What's up, people? Happy Thanksgiving. Alright, so we did a lot of testing and learning, but not really much coding the last couple sessions. So today, I'm just gonna do coding. We're gonna tackle only the code, and damn, it's already 4 o'clock. Time flies when you're fucking off. Alright, so we have the current issue. Okay, right, I remember. I don't even need to read this. Need to convert this to either static method or class method, probably better classified as class method since it refers to class object. Yeah, so we learned about that last time, and yeah, so I would say that man, I'm like, fuck, I gotta figure out another level of this shit. Whatever. All right, so if we have damn it, if we have let's just say class CLS, and then we have a method, we just call it M, and then it just prints true. Then we just say cls.m. Let's see if this works. Yeah, so it works, and this would just be a plain function within the class, which is not good to do. And then if we were to change this to a static method, or rather a class method, and we pass in C, and yeah. Alright, so now if we do CLSM, what happens? Okay, so that works. So what is C? If we print C, I'm just gonna say class main CLS. And if we do type, it should be class type. And if we do ID, it's going to give us this ID. And then if we create C equals CLS, and then do C.M, print out a different ID. Let's print out the same ID. Because it's referencing the class object and there's only one. Okay, I understand. That's good. Okay. So we'll just put a note here that this, we'll highlight it and say this object ID is the same whether it's called from Subject ID is the same whether it's called from this namespace or the below instances namespace. It refers to this object always. Okay, so we can convert this to class method, which is, I think, the proper thing to do. So in this case, we would pass in CLS, right? And then down here, we would just say CLS. Right, so we changed that function to be a static method, class method. So let's see if it works now. So we changed the other one to a static method, and let's see if this works. So now we have to go through and find all instances of this and replace the final parameter with the proper string argument, EC for enter continue, MC for multiple choice. So did I do this already? Sometimes it's none. Like this one is none. And it should be none. Okay, so we didn't actually. Oh yeah, we just did a couple of them to make sure that it works. My Thanksgiving was quite, it was pretty good. Hopefully yours was nice as well. And this one's meant to be none. here we need to pass in EC. We're going to continue, and let's just go ahead and copy that. I think that'll be the most common. What was it? To turn on Alt L? No. Motherfucker. Where's this stupid thing at? Word wrap, there it is. Right in front of my face. It's Alt Z, dude. Alright. Okay, so I just realized whenever we're using multiple choice function like this, we have to add in some more args for the multiple choice option. So for instance, like we have to make this be let's see, we'll say multiple choice, we'll say MC arg 1 and then equals none, and then MC arg 2 equals none. Alright. Well, MC arg 1, well yeah, it could be none because right. So yeah, we would pass the arg from here to I mean, we could just say MC args and have one arg, one param. Say MC args equals none. And sometimes it okay, so multiple choice function actually only takes one game, it doesn't take two. So this is wrong. This should just be game object 1 and then MC args. And then we'd say I like it better the other way. We just have two args. Okay. And then we go down here. This would be MC arg 1 and then MC arg 2. I think I can actually pass the function as an argument instead of passing the string. Like, I can pass the function as an argument, I'm pretty positive, instead of being an idiot and passing the string, because I just went through this, where passing the object is if the object's already imported, then passing the object in as an arg versus passing in an ID to reference the object inside the function. It's more performant to just pass in the object because it's just passing in a pointer. It's not like copying the object. So I think in the same like vein, it's different specifically, but it's similar in concept, that instead of referring to the function indirectly, we can just pass the function in like directly, and have it be called, like be executed, you know what I mean? I think we can do that without compromising performance and all that. I might have to test it, but I'm feeling like a little sleepy. I'm gonna go make some coffee real quick, and I'll be back. So. Okay. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. I'm back. Alright, let's finish this shit. Okay, so basically I am realizing that I can go a step further, most likely. And this is something that I don't think I've ever done, but I'm pretty sure it's something that you can do. And we're going to verify that this is the case. So we're going to have CLS. Well, we actually don't need to do that. We can just do def f, and we'll just take in f2, and then we'll say f2, execute f2. Okay, so can you pass a function, and we'll just call this f_2, and it will print true. And then we can go ahead and call f, passing in f_2. And let's see if this works. And it does, it works. Now if we were to print f2, what does that show? So it says function f2 at such and such memory location. Cool. So yeah, you can indeed pass a function, but let's say that f2 takes args like a. So like, how does this work exactly? Where we'll pass in apple, and we'll print out a. And then we do f2. Do we pass it in as hold up. So you don't have to, if function 2 requires an argument, you can still pass it and then to f with no args, and then call that function from f with whatever args you create or insert at that point in time. Now what if you did, like, what if you wanted to call it with an arg? Could you do that, or is that not allowed? So you just pass in apple as x. Would this work? No, that doesn't work. You can't do that. Okay. I mean, that makes that's fine, but the more important, I was just checking to see if you could do that, but yeah, so you can totally pass in a function to another function as an argument, and then you can create the args for it within the calling function that takes the other function. So we create apple here as the arg and call it with that argument, and it works as intended. Cool. So that's something I've never done before. And we'll say call function as arg, or pass function as arg. which is really cool. So we'll say reminder that you can pass a function as an arg and then call that function. From within the other function. And we'll call it the outer function. And then call that function from within the function with args. Yeah, that's all you need to say. No need to be extra about it, dude. You know? No need to be extra. Alright, so now we can go over here. And what we'll do is we'll start over with prog text assign function. Well, actually, instead of next func string, we would need to hold up. I want to see something. Let's see. Can I do it like this? So if we define f taking f2, print f2, then we just call f2. If we call it with args, let's see, ff2 of a, let's see, can we do this? So we have 5726 f of f2 of apple, okay, and then we have in f none type object is not callable. Well, that's strange. It prints apple. So we have f, which takes f2, prints f2, and then calls f2. We have def f2 taking an a, printing a. Okay, so it's printing f2 in this instance becomes, rather, the arg we pass becomes what f2 is. And then when it calls f2, it doesn't work. Because if we change this to be pass, it's still going to print out apple. No? Okay, I don't understand why that is. Doesn't make sense. I think there's a way to do what I'm trying to do though. What I'm trying to do is pass in the function with the args already without having to change the format of it to where like we have to pass the args for the function separately, to where we can just call the like we can pass the function with its args just like you would normally call it, but just inside of the other function as an argument. You know what I mean? So it's like very easy to read and understand. You might be able to use like keyword args or whatever. Let's see. So this is the state it was. So we have def f, f2, print f2, f2 of apple. But what if we want to pass the args? So let's frame it. How do we want it to be? Like, let's copy this. Okay, then let's go right below it. Paste. Then we will do it like this. Alright, so we have f, f2, print f2, but we actually want to call the argument for f2 right here. So we'll just say like arg. Okay, arg1, and then we'll print f2, and then we'll run f2 of arg1. So then we have f2, and we pass in apple, and that is invalid syntax. It doesn't let you do that. So what we're gonna do is I want to ask Chippity Jippity. Let's ask Claude actually. Let's say post this code. Let's say the above code throws an error. How can we modify this to allow for args being passed to f2 when called from f without it throwing this error? The purpose for this is so that we can just pass in a function with its args in the same format we would call the function normally from outside the function. Okay, let me help you understand the issue and provide a solution. The current code throws an error because the syntax for the parameter in function f is incorrect. Your view is to achieve what you want. Because for the parameter in function f is incorrect. Isn't it lambda function? Use lambda to wrap the function call. Using a partial function from functools. F takes function print func. Create a partial function with arguments pre-filled. Creating a wrapper function. the arguments. Okay, and then we could shooters it goes it actually executes F2 immediately and tries to pass its return its return value to F. Okay. Okay, I understand. Additionally, the parameter syntax is not valid Python syntax for function definition. This way you're passing a function object, the lambda, that when called will execute F2 with the argument apple. The lambda acts as a wrapper that delays the execution of F2 until it's actually needed inside function F. What is partial though? What is that? Like what is functools partial? Like what is the functools partial? What's the purpose of functools partial? Functools partial is a utility that allows you to create a new function with some of the arguments of the original functions pre-filled or frozen. You create a new function. What? Wait, what do you mean? You were answering my question and then you stopped. What? Why you? That was weird. Is a useful tool that generates a new function by fixed. What? Are we like purposefully cutting off responses here to try to encourage subscriptions? Is that what we're doing here? Is this a money grab from Claude? Really? Really? We can't do that. We can't do it like this, can we? If we did yeah, this isn't gonna work, is it? Yeah, because so it runs F of F2 and then it goes to F, it prints F2, which is for whatever reason it says is apple, and then it runs F2 and it prints none. Prints apple. Oh, because it executes it. right here, and that prints out apple, and then it goes to F and it prints none, and when it tries to do this it says none type, but that doesn't make any sense to me. Why would it convert? Oh, because it returns none, so it's passing none. This turns into none. I see. Okay, so yeah, we would have to use partial or lambda, and I'm like, I would rather use partial unless like there's a unless there's like a performance constraint with it, you know, because lots of those weird obscure like and methods have really high performance overhead, like they cost a lot to use, and it messes everything up as far as your performance. It will just tank it, you know, certain things. Both options always get to print apples to the console first. What about functool partial? You're absolutely right. I apologize for the oversight. Functool partial is a powerful tool for creating new functions with some arguments pre-filled. In your specific example, you can use functools partial to create a new function f partial that takes only one argument and automatically passes it to f2. Create a partial function with f2 and f was the first argument. So if we did, but like Claude was saying, we could just do def f2, and then so we would have to import functools, and then we'll do we'll just make this be functools dot partial, and then f partial. No, you have to assign it. Oh, you just say partial. Oh, from functools import partials. So from functools import partial, and then down here we say f partial f2 apple, but we're missing is this right? Now this should work. The first argument must be callable. I don't understand. Oh, I see. So we'd have to do it like this: F2, comma, apple. So partial yellow, purple, yellow, red. We don't need the red. Functools partial function F2F. Okay, so let's do let's test it. Let's see. So we'll do import test. No, not time. Not test. We'll do option pass func args separately, and then option 2 is gonna be pass inner func arg using functools partial, and then we have the third option, which would be using a lambda, and we'll say pass inner func args using lambda. We'll disable the prints. Okay, so that works. Doing it like that. Actually, I'm an idiot. We need to change this to be F2 arg1. Okay, yeah, that works. So we have F taking in F2 and F2 arg1. We call F2 passing in F2 arg1. F2 takes in A. We print A. Then we call F with F2 as F2, and then apple as F2 arg1. So that's like what we want to do, and it's no big deal. But option 2 here would be using partial, where we create F, which takes F2. It executes F2. We have F2 taking A, which prints A. Then we do F partial. We pass F2 and then apple, and that should work as well. When it calls, well, hold up, this is, well, yeah, because F2 is the partial object, and that's why if we print f2, it actually prints, it will print function f2, but then the second time for the functools option, it prints functools partial function. And then for option 3, which we pass inner function using lambda, we would say def f of f2, we can print f2, and in this case we'll just do f of lambda, and then we'll say, what is it, f2 of apple. Is this how we do this? I don't ever use lambda. So we got function apple, function lambda apple. Yeah, so there we go. Okay, so it works. All three of those work. It's just now a question of which one is fastest. Do you pass in the arg as, I mean, do you passing in the args for the function you're passing in as an arg, or do you use functools partial to sort of call it how you normally would? But that's basically like, that's kind of like extra. I don't think I would use this either way, because I thought you could call it in the visual format of how you normally call it, but you can't. You actually have to use comma and then the arg, which, like, that's the same thing as doing this way, comma arg, except without the extra overhead of using partial, which is like what. And then option 3, you actually do call it, pass it rather, as you would normally call it, just basically wrapped in lambda. So it's technically one object as f2 here, but yeah, like honestly the lambda function seems like, if it does work, like I don't know, honestly I feel like all three of them are kind of like the first option or the third option is the way to go. Doing the lambda thing, I like the lambda option the best. That makes the most sense. Like it's I don't know. Is it better than the first option? I don't know. I'm not sure, honestly. So what we'll do is we'll comment these out where we actually run it, and we'll add a new div, and then we're gonna say, so time it, and we're gonna do triple, I don't even like remember anymore. I never remember the syntax for time it, but I'm pretty sure you go 1 2 3, and then you like pass the code, you write the code that you are trying to run, which is would be like this, and then you would do globals, I think. Globals equals globals, and then there's like a third one, but I can't. Oh, number equals, what is it, 10,000, and I want to say that's how you do it. I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure I got something wrong there. But then we do it again and again, but we're just gonna replace each one with its related code that actually calls it. So now let's do the third one, which is the lambda. And yeah, there we go. So now we have all three of them. I don't know if this is gonna work. Okay, it's unexpected indent ff2 apple, which is gonna be this one. So I think we may need to not indent this. F takes 1, but 2 were given. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Too much print. Stupid shit. I'm just floating, okay? I'm just floating, alright? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. There we go. .001, .003, .001. So the fastest was the first option, which means first option. Yep, first option. Okay, so It's faster, yeah. Point blank period at the end. So the way that we have it is actually okay. Yeah. All right. I get it. I get it. So we could say if mcarg1 is equal to none, then we know it's not mcarg. Oh boy. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Was it? Was it? Was it worth it? You fucking tell me right now. Was it worth it? This 15 minutes I just spent, was it worth it? Is it not the exact same thing? You have an if and an else. It's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. We went full circle. We started and ended up, and this is not even, it's not prettier. It's not easier to read. It's not more performant. The only, like, thing is you call next func, you pass in next func. You see what I'm saying? Like, is it that hip and with it to pass a function as a function as an argument? Does it matter? Does it matter? No, man. So instead of saying if next func arg is equal to none, and then else, we would just say, like we had it originally, if next func string is equal to EC, or whatever it, enter EC, call cls.enter continue text active, else, call cls multiple choice. Is there a difference with a real distinction? No, it's the same thing. So we would say blah blah blah. Yeah, it's the same thing. We're checking against none versus checking against a string. The difference is like virtually zero. Okay, I like the original way, so this was a waste of time. like I'm not gonna just pass a function as an arg because I can. Like, what's cool about that? Is there something cool about that? No, look how easy this is to read. See this? This is easy to read. You just go, you, yeah, this is the way, right here. Progression text assign function takes CLS because it's a class method. String game object 1, game object 2 is set to none. It takes next func string, which equals none because sometimes we don't pass in, we don't do anything after. MC_arg equals none because sometimes we're not using the multiple choice function and after, and then same thing, MC_arg2 is default to none for the exact same reason. So then we just do game object 1 progression text equals string blah blah blah, and then we say if next func string is EC, enter continue text function. Very straightforward. Bam, easy. CLS enter continue text function. Very clear, very easy, simple to read, performant as the other option. Elif next func string is equal to MC, multiple choice func. Technically, we can just do else here. Well, that's not true because else would imply if next func string was none, it would still call a multiple choice function. Almost made a critical mistake there. Almost, boys. Almost made a critical mistake. Then CLS multiple choice func. In the case of MC, game object 1, and then it also takes MC_arg 1 and MC_arg 2, which, how do you have, hold up, how does a multiple choice function have string 2 as none? Like, how do you have multiple choices if you only have one choice? I need to review that because I'm like, wait a second. Is this logic correct? Do we ever have string 2 equal none? Wouldn't it always have to have 2 choices? So, well, now I'm pissed off. Now I'm pissed off. uh, is this funny to you? Is this funny to you? Is this funny to you, mate? I just like it better like that. You know what I mean? Um, no, I don't. No, I don't. I don't actually. Yeah, I don't like it. Like I take it back. I take it back. I like it better like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't you fuck this up, bro. Don't you fuck this up. You have one job. One job. Okay? What's the stupid ass keybind for this? Control Shift F. Oh. You slick dog, you. Why? 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 You tell me, bro. You tell me. Mm. No, 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 no. Nope, 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 nope. Go away. Go away and never come back. Go away and never come back. Get out of here. Here we go. Enter continue text. So let's... Bam. Get it out of here. Don't want to see it anymore. Same for you. Go. Come on. This is taking too long. I'm getting really aggravated here. Alright, so this one's going to be different. This one's going to be MC, bam, yes and no, bam. Get it out of here. What's this one? Multiple choice, funk, so comment it out, go up here. Which is MC, MC, and then yes, no. Enter continue text, EC. MC, and then yes, no. This one is none. Why did I do this? Why? You tell me. Why did I do it? Why did he do it, bro? Whoa, 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 whoa. Slow it down. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second, bro. No, this is wrong. You have the progression text on it. You have at least one Mellow 6 card. You have a wild card left in your hand. Since you need a Canasta card, you would have to add the wild card to a Mellow 6 card. Would you like to do this? If not, you have to replace the face of this card that was already added to pre-existing Mellow and center on the side. Otherwise, you would leak left to your question. Blah, blah, blah. So it's asking you to do a multiple choice. Would you like to do this? So the correct answer would be MC, yes or no, not EC. So we put EC there. That was at line 483. Okay, 483. 483. Go back to 483. So this is EC. Dumbass. None. None. There we go. So go to 483. This is supposed to be MC. And then yes or no. Yeah. Dumbass. Dumbass. Here we go. So 506. 506. 506. How many more of these do we have, man? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Holy shit. Alright, yeah, I'm stopping. I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna finish this another time because I'm done. Alright? Stupid ass shit. Man, I tell you what, dude. Was it worth it? No. No, it wasn't worth it. Okay? No. Maybe it maybe it was worth it. Maybe it was. But I don't think it was. Having it done on one line, like from a security perspective, yes, it's like it's not even better. It's not even better because it's not even better, dude. Because you're still you still have the same capacity for error. Like you still have to call the function and you still have to pass the arg. So there isn't actually okay, well technically instead of passing game, like calling game right here, we would instead be we would pass it directly when we call this function. It would use this game to pass it to this game. So there is a little bit of security gain here. There's a smidge of security gain. Was it worth it? I just like being able to read this. I like this. Progress checks a function. Enter continue text. I mean, I like that. It's like, oh hey, I know what we're doing here. We're calling progression, then we're doing enter continue. Now I have to look and say, hey, what are we doing? Oh, progression text sign function. Now I have to look at the end of the line and say, oh, okay, none. That means we're not calling anything. Progression text assign function. Now I have to look at the end and say, oh, we're doing EC. Does it add a little bit of security because we're automatically passing game? Like we can't mess that up by passing in the wrong thing? Technically, yes, but it's not explicit. It's implicit. It's easy. It's not easier to read. It's one less line, but like lines amount are not everything. I'm not gonna lie. For the multiple choice one, so like we do gain more security because it's always gonna use game. So you only have to write this one time. So like you're never gonna accidentally put other game when you should have put game. So there's security, yes, it's true. It's done. What's done is done. I'm gonna implement it, but I should probably be a little bit more like I should probably just sometimes just not, sometimes just say this is fine, just leave it alone. You know what I mean? I could have just said this is fine, leave it alone, because it was. I wanted to reduce the line. I was like, oh, I can increase the security by 1%, and I can reduce the lines by 1%, so I get 2% better, but I'm going to go ahead and say it's more like 1% because of the increased obfuscation that is implied in calling the other function from this function, and the way that we pass in the args. It adds a level of confusion that didn't exist in the previous multi-line state. Is it really complicated? No, it's not really complicated. I just don't think it was worth it. Moving on. Okay, we're done. So we went to 601. We took like a 20-minute break though, so guys, I gotta make better decisions here with the code thing, okay? Because that, I'm gonna be honest, that ain't it. You know, 1% improvements are not worth like any time. Going forward, I can't do that. If it's a 1% improvement and I spend an hour on it, it's not. No, just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be smarter here. Okay, I gotta stop and look ahead a little bit and say, is this final refactor, is it really worth it? You know, it's like the AI thing, the AI problem where it improves and improves up into a certain point, and then once you're at 10% efficiency, terrible code. You refactor, you're at like 50% efficiency. Still bad. Refactor, now you're at 90%. Once you get to 90%, it's good. It's a 9 out of 10. It's great. Is it worth it to spend another large portion of time to go from 9 out of 10 to 9.5 out of 10? Like, no, it's not. You know, it's no, it's not worth it. When you could have spent that time bringing some other piece of dog shit up from 2 out of 10 to 9 out of 10. If you could have brought something up from 2 out of 10 to 9 out of 10 in the time it took you to take the other thing from 9 to 10 to 9.5 out of 10, don't do the 9 to 9.5. You do the fucking 2 to 9, okay? Gotta be better about making these decisions here. Right? That's why projects take too long. Can't be a perfectionist. Some things, no code is perfect anyway. It doesn't matter how many times you refactor it. There's no such thing as perfect. It doesn't exist. So anyway, have a good and rest of your Thanksgiving, Black Friday. Buy some cool shit. Get a good deal. If you don't get a good deal, be mad. Get a good deal. And save your money. Save your money, dog. You'll need it. Peace.